today I'm going to show you how to use the photographer's accounting software. This is a really great tool that even if you weren't ready for your accounting last year, you can really jumpstart and make your life a lot easier come the tax season next year. The system that we have here comes with multiple different worksheets for you to work with. It kind of will handle itself and evolve throughout the year and give you some really great reporting. So the first page in your tab is just a must-read notes section, letting you know that on each of the pages there may be particular things that you have to look for and become accustomed to doing, such as on the expense page, you must enter your expenses as a negative number. And this makes sense if you're thinking about it as a banking ledger. Anything that you pay out is going to be negative, and anything that you pay in on your income is going to be a positive. So we're going to get started with the summary sheet. This summary sheet is something that will handle itself. It is going to update every single time that you make new entries into your income and your reporting. And just so that you guys understand, the reason that we have this capability here is I was once a database developer for a corporation. So doing things like this in the back end and making your pages report out to you automatically is something that I did professionally for a very long time. So feel comfortable knowing that these summary pages are there and they will give you a year of running totals without you having to do anything because we've already done it for you. So the only thing that you need to do is supply the data that is going to be reported on. And the first thing that we have is your income. So every time you come in and you receive income, you're going to go ahead and enter that into the fields on this sheet. So it starts with the date, the client name, the cost before the discount, and this is important to track because if your sessions are normally $300 but you have a referral that you're giving them credit for, you're going to go ahead and minus $50 off of their cost, which will give you a grand total of the $250. This work is done for you. The tallying is done already. The formulas are there, so you don't have to do any of that. Next, you say how much they gave you a deposit for. That will then tell you how much is due. So if we take out the amount paid, it's going to give me in red that this client owes me $100. Once you go in and put that they paid you the $100, it gives the final amount due as a 0. So there's some great tallying that happens in the background. It also lets you be able to track by type and how many miles and whether you've given them discounts. The next is your expenses. Your expenses are put in here by everything possible that you pay for. So track the vendor, such as White House Custom Coating, the type of product that you purchased, such as canvas, the date you did it, the amount that you spent. And remember, this is where you're going to do a minus because you spent it. It took money away from your business. Put it into a category and then the client's name. If it's not attached to a client's name and it's just part of your business expenses, then you just certainly leave that blank. The next tab is a reporting tab. This tab is really great because everything you put into the income and the expenses will then be able to come in here into these fields, and all you simply have to do is right click and refresh the data. Once you do that, as you can see, this changed my report, and now I have a drop down of all of the separate expenses into categories, also by vendor type, which will really help you so that, for instance, I can see that I have all of my prints, whether they're canvases, 4x6, all in one category and the total, running total for it. So you have really great reports here that are going to tell you whether you have referrals, what type of sessions they are, how many miles you have used during or driven during a session. That is fed through a different worksheet that I'll show you in just a second. The next, you have a bank ledger. This is just a running total. You enter in the starting balance of your bank and continue on, and it just makes sure that you match your banking statements every month. The next is tracking gift certificates. Pretty simple, just enter the date, the name, the amount, the date it was used so that you can make sure that it was. The next is the client info, and this is where you will be able to track your client name, but also their referrals. Are they referred? Who were they referred by? The credit that you gave them. So if you gave the client a $50 referral credit, but they only used $25 in print, it tells you automatically that they have $25 left. So this is a great way for you to track how much in referral money you still have out there with your clients. The next is the mile ledger, and this one feeds the reports for the mile. It asks you the date, the destination location, the travel reason. There may be many reasons, whether you're just meeting with the client or that you have a session, the amount of miles traveled, the amount of time, and this is just great for you to watch in billing. And then if it's a session, what name of the client it is. So hopefully this helps you. We have a really great system here, but again, all of that data then feeds into a report in the summer report that tells you by quarter how much you spent in expenses, how much you were paid in sales, the net of that, and then we have a row with an estimated tax to pay. It's automatically set at 40. This can certainly be changed. If you want that changed, just let me know. Or if you're comfortable with Excel, you can go under your Reviews tab, hit the sheet, which unlocks it, and then you can go ahead and change the formula in the background that says that it's multiplied by 0.4. So if you were a 25% taxes, you would just change that to 25 and it will make that for you. So hopefully that helps you guys. I appreciate it, and please come visit us again at mvactions.com.